What's going on, good people of the pro wrestling internet community? Or is it the internet pro wrestling community? The IW, or I don't know. What is it? Whatever it may be, it's WrestleQuest. And we got some star-spangled sparks jumping off right as we head into this holiday weekend. Some beef going on between the Hannibal of the Hannibal TV, who I'm a big fan of, both of these guys, and Chris Jericho, right? But they're beefing over a Johnson enhancement. Pause. That's what's going on. Now, this is crazy to me, man. I just watched the Hannibal's live stream, and like I said, I'm a big fan of this dude. And to give a little background, everyone please join the discussion in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, come rock with me. I'm just a pro wrestling fan and make these videos to engage and talk with other pro wrestling fans out there. You know, it's really cool in the blogosphere how we have these different sectors of the internet, and you know, you could just chop it up with people on what's going on and everything. And I'm a lifelong pro wrestling fan, but like so many other pro wrestling fans, I've faded out in pause to how active I am with my fandom and stuff, you know, and it's like different nowadays. The way pro wrestling has changed so much, but that's why it's really cool to come here to the internet and talk with everyone. And the Hannibal TV, I'm a huge fan of. I wasn't so familiar with his personal story in wrestling until more recently over the last few years. You know what I'm saying? The unfortunate Hep situation that cost him his WWE contract. And then I just found out on this live stream where he was addressing this stuff with Jericho that he was given or invited to a 2016 tryout, and then that mysteriously vanished. You know, he talks about being blackballed, and there's some funny style stuff going on in the business. I was about to say the industry, like the music industry, right? In the business, and I believe it, man. I mean, obviously, we know there's a lot of cutthroat politics in pro wrestling, but this dude got himself over online. A lot of great interviews, a lot of great content. He's always posting stuff. I love that. And, you know, he seems to really work hard on his channel, and it shows. The numbers are up, and I'm sure he'll hit 1 million subscribers at some point. And with this whole Johnson enlargement thing, in him and Jericho beefing over it, I'm wondering if this is a misunderstanding. Tap in and let me know if that's what's going on, or if Jericho was trying to clown him or take shots at him, because I'm not on Facebook, or I think I do have a Facebook, but I see that this was an article Jericho posted. Hannibal was posting about it on Facebook, or I'm sorry, on YouTube, that I saw, and I'm curious to know, like, did Jericho write this article, or did he just post this article as it was you know, ongoing newsworthy discussion? You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, I understand Hannibal being upset that there was stuff in there that is untrue, but I'm just wondering if Jericho was just like, oh shit, dude got a Johnson enhancement, pause, this is crazy, like, posted it, or if, and didn't even write it himself, or if he like maliciously did it to try to get at him and diss him. I'm a bit confused by all that, you know? And hey, it is what it is. If dude wants to get that kind of surgery, he can afford it, and that's what he wants to do. Good for him. I ain't hating, you know what I'm saying? I'd be afraid personally to get any kind of operation procedure, any kind of utensils near my Johnson. Pause. I'm just saying, I don't know, you know what I mean? But someone wants to do that, like, I'm not clowning them for it at all. But what I will say, what I was shocked about, tap in anyone else out there if you noticed this, that day when he was posting about it, he posted some shorts where like he was in the room when the procedure was going on, and there was some things that I was shocked that they did not pull down the YouTube platform, you know. And I'm not saying this hoping that it gets out and people report it, and they do. I'm just shocked that it didn't happen. Did anyone else notice that out there? But what a thing for two individuals to have an internet or real life, but documented on the internet beef of all things, a Johnson surgery. Like, that's just blowing my mind. But I would hope that something could come of this, that these two could do some kind of interview together, collab in some way, or even if it's not like, hey, let's be cool, like let's have a discussion, you know, because Hannibal definitely pointed out some things in this article that were not actual factual, that were false. So Jericho, if he wants to be a stand-up guy, like, you know, they could do something where he confronts him about it or whatever. Because again, I'm not understanding if Jericho wrote this article himself and posted it, or if he just reposted it. Like, damn, that's some crazy ish in the news right here. Because that's something I point out all the time. And it's a real interesting thing going on in the Twitter sphere, right? Elon Musk created this fact, you know, with Grok AI. And you can use it to fact check things because there's a big thing going on. A lot of people, like, peep game, guys, food for thought. A lot of memes and different things that you'll see posted or news article can be full of all kinds of misinformation and sometimes just flat out made up ish. People will put together a little meme news graphic and it's totally false. And Elon Musk shared that on Twitter, like, hey, everyone, use Grok to fact check what you post, because you can repost some bullish. Like, say I see something and just blindly repost it, retweet it, whatever, without checking that it's real. I just shared some bullshit or a lie, depending on how far on the spectrum of misinformation it falls into. And then someone else can repost it, someone else can repost it, and then online platforms can create content and commentary over something that's totally false. It happens all the time. But it's so crazy with Elon Musk, not to get off track too much. This dude was like, yo, guys, use Grok AI, you know, to fact check things. Well, then it turns out, if you use it to fact check a lot of the ish that he posts himself with a lot of agendas behind it, like not trying to get political or whatever, he'll post a lot of misinformation bullish. I always just found that funny. Like, damn, dude, you shared this to put everyone on game to stop spreading lies and bullish, and then you do it all the fucking time because Elon is so active on social media. It's insane. He swears it's him on Twitter, but I'm always like, leery of that. Like, this has got to be an assistant or someone working for him. Like, how does this guy have time to run SpaceX and everything else he does, trying to take over the damn world basically, and then can tweet all day and night? I don't know if I'm buying that it's him, but yeah, he gives us a fact checking device, warns people of misinformation, but then proceeds to post a lot of misinformation himself. And then here's the kicker. Check this out. Then he made the Grok AI thing. You have to have a premium membership or something like that. So you have to pay to use it. And if you want to continue to point out the hypocrisy of him posting bullish when he told us all about it, you got to pay to do it on his platform. So there y'all have that. But yeah, like, did Jericho do it intentionally or not, or whatever, what degree he put out some bullish about Hannibal, he owes him a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But based on what Hannibal is saying, and I want to know what you guys think, like, there probably is no chance that they could sit down and hash it out in some way. But yeah, man, I definitely respect Hannibal's grind and the fact that, like, oh, you know, I busted my ass to get on in pro wrestling all these years. I got myself over. I had a WWE contract that was taken away from me for something that wasn't my fault. You know, I could sit and cry about it, or fuck it, I'm going to get busy and do my own thing and build my own brand, which he has done in a really impressive way. And Jericho, I don't know what's going on with him, guys. Like, if he been inactive in AEW, and there was talks that he was possibly going to sign with WWE, like contract negotiations. I haven't seen anything. And I listen to his podcast pretty often as well, but it's been kind of less active, I think, or maybe the topics I've been seeing just haven't interested in me enough, because that's what's cool. Hannibal does this too. He'll report on other topics outside of pro wrestling, like aliens and different things like that. I like that with Jericho, where he'll do pro wrestling stuff, horror movie stuff, ghosts. You know, he'll touch on some different topics and have different people on his platform, which I think is really cool. But aside from the article falsely saying that he live streamed the procedure rather than just put some posts up about it. The other big lie on there, which to what I saw, Hannibal totally debunked, was the whole mishap with the referee. You know what I mean? Where it goes out into the headlines like he stabbed this referee rather than it was a mishap. You know, to put it plain and simple, he covered it in great length, pause, on his channel in this live stream where he just addressed Chris Jericho. But there y'all have it. Just wanted to come on here and have a conversation with all the other fellow pro wrestling fans. Once again, this is WrestleQuest. Subscribe to the channel. You know, just trying to build up a community of other fans to talk about a lot of these news stories and have live streams, live discussions where people can call in and such. You know what I mean? So there y'all have it. You know, in the pro wrestling world, I believe that is a first, a beef to jump off behind a Johnson enhancement. That's crazy, right? I mean, we saw with Val Venus, the choppy, whatever. And then John Wayne Bobbitt came out, which dudes are, he might be a rapist if you believe Lorena Bobbitt or not. You know what I mean? Like a total scumbag he seemed like, but WWE worked with him with Val Venus, you know? But that's about all I got on this. Do you think, once again, Jericho did it intentionally or was a misunderstanding? And do you think Jericho should apologize to him or they should have a conversation? Or do you believe that will indeed never happen and Jericho is gatekeeping and hating on the Hannibal, as the Hannibal said? And, you know, what is your thoughts about the whole situation? Let's discuss it in the comments. Subscribe, and I'll get with you guys on the next one. Peace. WrestleQuest out.